Right, I'll explain in a minute what I'm doing. I'm just posting a link in the chat, not the YouTube chat, just in Discord somewhere. Right. I've been sat here thinking about this and about the coils, arranging them, and these are the coils I made well ages ago, and I've actually put copper tape down the sides and surface all the wires on, and basically they would fit in the sides there, but there's a problem, and that is that once they're in, you can't adjust them, you can't timing wise, I can't optimise the timing by moving them around. And I was started thinking, I wish I could adjust them. I wish I could, maybe I need to print another bit to go on the end and have the coils so I could just move them. And I was sat here thinking, I thought, oh my god, all I have to do is put coils on the side here, because the flux, the magnetic flux is so strong. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's like my gauge. The flux on the side of here is so strong, and these are only trigger coils. You don't have to generate a lot of power. It's just a few millivolts, about 0.7 of a volt. 700 millivolts is all I need really to trigger this. And anyway, I picked some coils that I've already wound ages ago for another project, which I never used actually. I've got a habit of winding coils and never using them. But so anyway, this one's got 1,000 turns on it, so there's more than enough turns on that. I'm not worried if it generates more voltage than I need because of the resistor network on here. Well, I'll basically have to check it and check the diodes are getting warm, and if they are, then I'll have to put a drop of resistor in or a trimmer in there. But I'll try it on these, and what I'm going to do is this is my wire. These are my wires, the inputs to my circuit on the breadboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to solder these coils, and I'm going to hold them on the side here, and I'll stick them on with glue tack temporarily because I just want to get the timing. I want to find the best positions for the coils, and then I'm going to make something. When I find the best positions for the coils, I'm going to make something in SketchUp, like a bracket or something, and I'm just going to mount the coils on the side where I've got some adjustment, a range of adjustment, you know, so I can move the coils up and down slightly, like on a slider. I'll make some smaller round coils where I can slide them up and down, but I'm just going to use these rectangular ones temporarily. The reason I'm not using these is because there's not enough turns on there to generate enough voltage from the side. It would have to be directly over the magnetic field. But these coils here have got, well, there's 600 turns on there, and there's 1,000 turns on that one. So I'm going to use it triggers off. It triggers off more easily than it triggers on. So I'm going to use the 1,000 turn to trigger the on, and the 600 turn to put the trigger off. So and now I'm just going to stick them on the side, either super glue them temporarily, and it won't be permanent. I can move them, I can get them off, but I don't know if I super glue them I won't be able to move them very easily. But yeah, I'm just going to basically temporarily put them in place, and then I can work out the timing, the best timing for it, because it is difficult to, you see, even though you can work it out physically, where the best place ideally would be to put the coils is directly side by side, you know, direct opposite, but you see there's all the other factors. There's the inductance, delays, and advanced retard, all that stuff, you know, because of the time it takes to charge the capacitors, microseconds, and the time it takes to energize the coil, there's microseconds delay and all this stuff. So I mean, it does make a difference. So right, so it won't take long to solder 4 wires, because I'm going to solder the wires onto these, because I just tried twisting these wires on. This is hard wire and this is hard wire, and it kept falling off. So it's it should be easy if I just solder them on. Actually, I'm just going to move the other coils out of the way for a minute, because those other coils, I don't need them right now. I was going to use them, but I want to find the best timing, because that's when current consumption drops right down, you see. I'll just put it. Oh, my wire's crossed with that microphone lead. Right. I'll turn this on. Yeah, I kept sneezing earlier, and I was doing a video a little while ago, and I thought I was getting cold again, but it's just that acetone, it just makes my nose run. Right, I need to tin these wires, because they've never been used, these coils. I'm just waiting for it to get hot. About 20 degrees to go. We're already there. That was fast. Right. This wire keeps getting in my way. Right, so I'll stick to the plan, which was the white wire on the inside, which is that one, and I won't have to mess about swapping things around so much. Just so I get the on coil on the right wire and the off coil on the right wire. I could swap them around the other end if that's the case, but it's the trouble with this stiff wire, everything moves around. Alright, no, that's not right. Right, that's one soldered on. Get the other one. Need to tin the wires first. And white wire on the inside, I can see where it goes into my bobbin. Is that alright? Oops. It was, but until I went and melted it again. Couldn't see properly. Let's check. Come here. I'm using telephone wire, which I got off eBay. I wasn't going to stream this, but I thought, well, people like to see it first time, don't they? Right, so I've got my wires on these temporary coils. I'll just unplug that because I don't want to have any accidents with the soldering iron. Right, so I've got these soldered on. Get the soldering iron soldered out of the way. Okay, so I've got to get the driver circuit. Now the driver circuit, this is for the driver coils here, right? And I need to hook that circuit back up again, which is the MOSFET driver, which I was talking about in a previous video, where I had to make some changes to it because it's designed for high voltage and it wouldn't work properly until I actually changed some of the biasing. Right, remember I was saying I was drawing only 290 milliamps. 290 milliamps is all this circuit was drawing. Actually, I need to hook up the meter so you can actually watch that, because I'm interested, because there's two coils in series now on the driver circuit, so it's going to be different. It's not going to be 290 milliamps. It's going to be different because the voltage is going to be higher. I need to put more voltage because I've got two coils. The test rig I was using. I was using one rotor basically when I was doing the jig setup, so it was just one rotor with one coil and two trigger coils, whereas now on the actual device there's two rotors, so there's two drive coils, and so it's going to be slightly different. Now I'm just going to put my meter on and put it on amps, stick that there, hopefully you'll be able to see it. Everything's brand new at the moment. We haven't tested this on the actual unit. Everything you're seeing it as it's first done. So let's right. So what I need to do is change these clips over, because I've got these little thin clips on. So I need the bigger ones, which are these. I don't want to be putting current through them little thin things because they're not very good. But I am going to just use 7 bolts like before to initially test this out on. I'm going to have to hold these in place and blue tack them or something, because this wire's quite rigid actually. So let me blue tack them somehow, because I can't exactly hold them in place very easily, and I've got no cores in here either. There's actually no cores in these coils, so they might not work. Well, let's hope they will, because there's enough turns on there. But I'm just going to stick some blue tack on the bottom of each one, and I'm going to stick them in place temporarily. So I'm just have to guesstimate where the off cycle would be, and I would say, let's see, on let's see, I'm just putting my diagram a minute. I have to have a starting point, so I think my on cycle would be somewhere about here. I'm just gonna, oh, I've got the wrong one, that's it off. Let's stick some blue tack on this one. A bit on that one, the other end. I've got no cores in, so I have no idea if this is going to work first time. You'll see like I see. And this wants to be, that motor's not connected, there's no belt on it, so I'm going to stick this like that. The actual coil I did it on the jig, it was actually the V formation, so I'm going to replicate the V formation. the other bubble tack in my hand because I don't really need that right now. Let's just replicate the V formation. It's going to be at the top instead of the bottom there. Right, so, I can't even get to the rotor now because I've put the coil right next to it. I need to stick it further up. I'm hoping that these don't fall off. I'll stick that with the wires facing in. I need to get to the rotor to spin it with my finger, you see, so it should pick up enough voltage to start this thing. Fingers crossed. If not, I'll have to stick some core material or something in there. Let me just test to see if I can get to it. Not really. Let me just take this thing off, so I don't need that. That was a strap to lift the motor up a bit because my belt kept drifting, so let's see if I can spin it with my finger. I can. I need to move that coil a bit further up. Just a minute. I don't want it to be completely over the magnets. It's me just getting my positioning right. It wants to be further out here, really. My blue tack came off. Blue tack, yeah, 1001 uses. Well, probably 1021 uses. Use it for just about anything. I think you call it crazy putty in America. I don't know. I don't want to be shorting anything out. Can I get to this better? Yes, I can get to that better now. It should pick up the flux right from there because if I get my my gauge, I'm right over. Yeah, it's pushing it right there, even up top there. So as I come in, you can see the flux is right there. Let me just spin it in. Better from the side, really. Well, for this side it's better from the side. You can see that moving then, maybe. I don't know if you can or not. It moves. As long as it moves, I know I'm over the flux field. Right, so I'm just going to leave that in the V formation, which is the ideal situation when I was doing testing on the jig. Now I just have to hook up the power, which I'm going to need a jumper lead. Yeah, where's my red one gone? I need a red one. There's a red and a white one, that's what I was using last time. Right, so I'm just going to stick ground to this battery and jumper lead to ground on this board. My coil wants wiring up as well. Just a minute. It's not going to reach. I was summer. Let me just see. Well, if I move it over here, it'll reach. Let me just get these connected. I don't know which way around it was wired before because I can't remember. Let me just put this on first. Get the coil wired up. If it's wrong way around, I'll have to swap it around. Maybe we'll get lucky first time because I can't remember. The white one's the inside though, I think. So I'm basically putting that to positive right now. So this is to my coil that's underneath. I was measuring it in the previous video. You can go and look at that. I think it's about 22 minutes long or something. But this comes from the MOSFET. So all we're going to be doing is measuring the current, and we know what this is. It's 2S batteries, and it's, I don't want these wires to come out. Right, that'll work. That's going to be okay. So that's the coil. Now I need the red wire. Oh, I need 2 wires actually, because I've got the meter to connect up as well. So right, so actually no, I don't need 2 more wires. If I connect the positive of my meter directly to this battery, right, the positive lead of this meter is connected directly to this battery now, and the negative, stay there, and the negative lead of this clip, oh, it's a bit big to go on here actually. I'll just clip it onto this cable, this tie, this clip, battery clip thing, because it goes to the same terminal. And I'm worried about connecting it to the wrong one. Hang on a minute, which is negative? I can't remember now. Negative will be that one. Well, let's just test it quickly, and if my meter blows up, we'll know it's wrong. I think that was wrong. Yeah. Right, so it's that one. Right. Yeah, nothing blew up. Right, we've got the right connection on there. Let me just make sure that's secure, it's not going to move around. I'm going to put pliers on this so it doesn't move around, because it's a bit top heavy. Just want to make sure it doesn't fall off the table. Right, we've got power to the MOSFET now. Now the question is, will it fire? Let me turn the power to the circuit. Now the question is this going to work? Ha! It's probably wired wrong. Let me try it. Nothing yet. Don't forget there's no cores in these things. I can't get my finger in really. It needs to go fast. I need to put some core material in there, otherwise it's not going to fire. Not at this speed anyway. Right, what can I use? I can stick these in. Right, temporarily. Alright, let's try again. No, nothing. The LEDs aren't flashing, so. Have we got power to this? Yeah. Where's my other lead gone? The one with the resistor on the end. I don't know where it is. Let me try to turn it backwards, but it won't. It shouldn't work backwards unless I wired it wrong. I can't find my resistor that I was using to flick this. Actually, my fingers should work. Positive. I'll just hold the end of my finger. Make sure this has got power on it. I should be able to just touch this actually with my meter. Yeah, we've got power there. Yeah. Alright. I wanted to make sure that was working first. Right, it depends if these coils have got enough flux coming through. But, right. I might have got it wired back to front, you see. That's another thing that's a problem. If I got the signal wires wrong way around, then it's not going to trigger. And also I need to get fast enough as well to trigger it, you see. But these coils aren't designed for this anyway, they're just ad hoc, and I just want to test them out, you see. Right, let me try and get this going. I can't get my hand in because there's coils in the way. I'm not seeing the LEDs come out at all, so there's something not right. Have these wires come out? I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm half expecting it not to work with these other coils because they're not designed really. They aren't really dead close to the field. Let's move them a bit so that they're actually on the side, further out. I'll put them sideways like that. Put them on the bobbin there. I might have got my on and off coils back to front as well. We'll stick that one there. My cord's falling out. I'll just take it out a minute. Right, let's stick that one right there. I should be able to get my finger into the rotor assembly a lot easier now. Stick that core back in. Now let's try again. Nothing's firing, so I must be going backwards. Ow! Knocked the coil off. Okay, right, this wire's shorted on here. Okay, let's just reverse the on-off coils wiring down at this end, which is a lot easier to do, because I might have gone backwards. If they're backwards, nothing happens, you see, which is what we're seeing at the moment. Because it has to trigger on before it can trigger off, and if it triggers off first, the capacitor network, the double the network if you like, doesn't get charged. Right, I think they're in. Try again. As I say, these coils might not be getting enough juice. Let me stick it there. This is the on. This is the off coil. Let me reverse. Oh, I've just rewired them the other way around, so move that one a bit closer. Let's try again. Oh, so that light flicker then. On coil. Let me just move these. Let's move one of these bobbin holders out the way. If I take that out and stick that on coil in here, if I can get it in. That core material is in the way. I'm sticking sideways. No, I can't. Let's swap cores around. That's not better. That's just as long. I'm just going to stick it on this edge. Oh, we also work on the beat on the what do you call it? Oh, damn it, the jigsaw. So it should work once I get these coils coupled properly. I'm just going to stick it on the side there. I'll try and hold it. Oh, the light's flashing. I just saw the LED flash. So we're not far off. I can't get this in for that flipping ferrite core. It's stopping me going in. We're not far away. If I can get it started, I can move the coils back outside. Let me just stick this in without the core material and try it. No, it needs core material. Ah, damn it. Hang on a minute, I've got something else that might work. It's core material. It's a bit of Alnico actually. Flashing, but not enough. Probably it's set wrong. I made all my RPM meter on because if it just start up, I want to see what's happening. I just saw the LED starting to flash. So we're not far off. Don't forget this is only 7 volts, I might need more voltage as well. I don't like Alnico because it's very bad stuff to use for an inductor. Let's try finding something better than that. I've got some here. Got some bits of material, bits of steel that I made ages ago. Let's just put a bit more blue tack in there because this will fly out if it's not capped on the end. A few pieces of iron. Right, will that actually go in the thing? I don't know. Just about. Yeah, it does. Right. Let's try again. It's just started to flicker as that LED. I think I've got the timing back to front. Let me just wire this backwards again. Hang on. I'll change the wiring at this end so get in the hole. Get in. Hang on. connected. Again, I might need more voltage as well. It's actually dimmer right now. Right, so I can't stick this in there because I've got coils in there, so off. That one's too bloody long. Those two are too long. Let me just find something short. Stick the short one in. Just put two in for now. Just there fit in. Why isn't this LED coming on? This LED is supposed to be on. I wonder if my battery's gone flat. It's very dim, it's not very bright. I mean, this blue LED is supposed to be coming on. Right. Oh, it just flickered then. Yeah, it was right the other way around. It's wrong this way around. Ah! Where's the tweezers gone now? I put my tweezers down. Where are you gone? I can't believe it. I've just oh, they're here. So it was bright the other way around, so that was the right way to begin with. Sure, I've got this right. Try again. Yeah, the blue one coming on. Why is the blue going out? There's a problem. It's because this coil here isn't coupled properly. That's what it is. The off isn't coupled properly. If the off isn't coupled properly, then the capacitors at this end will charge up. They'll charge up one way basically. And let's stick this right on the edge there. I'm going to hold it with my finger a minute. That's better. Ooh, almost. It almost started, but I could be going backwards. Yeah, it's just this off coil needs better coupling. So yeah, I could put the coils in properly and do it, but I'm impatient. I wanted to see it. I'll stick this further down. Actually, this cord can reach into there a little bit because it's quite long. So I'll just stick the cord in there a bit. The blue ones is just It started to come on. I don't know if you could see them. No, we're not there yet. Let's put this over here. This core material can reach in quite a long way. Oh, blue tack's all coming off. Up here. Yep. Not enough coupling. Oh. Right. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. I'm just thinking, that's my brain ticking. Just a minute, let's see. Can I reach this around this corner? No, it won't go because the wires are too... Hang on a minute. I'm going to splice these wires apart a bit more so I can get a bit more slack in the wire. Where's my friggin' knife gone? Oh, there you are. I want to get these wires further apart, you see, because I've just got something else to try. Otherwise I'm just going to install those other coils properly and do it that way, but the trigger coils don't have to produce much current at all. It's just the voltage that we need. Oh! Oh, I thought my coil had fallen off. Yeah, that's the orange one, I'm not using that. Right, let's set it on. I'm going to stick this around here. Blue tack. It needs to be sticking up a bit more so it doesn't fall. It's vacant now, the back, you see, that's why I'm putting it in there. Right, get that on there. Right, that's on there. Now, I've got an extension core material which I'm going to stick in here. I hope it'll go in the hole. It might not. Ah, shit, it doesn't go in the hole. Can't use that, it's too wide. Hang on. Well, that's pretty long, so let's see if we can get enough magnetic field from the front, from this slot. That's what I need to do. Right, let's try that without ripping the wires off. Not enough pulse. I don't even pull my wires out for the output stage. I'm just worried about them knocking those about. So this is what happens when you decide to watch a live stream where it's not being tested yet. Stick it on the side there again, try that. If we get going fast enough, I could actually use that motor to kick-start it, then switch over, but I'm trying to do it the manual way. Let's put it at the top. Can't get my finger in to start it now. That's no good. I'll tell you what, I'm going to start it, I'm going to spin it now and put the coil there. Right, the LED was brightest at the top. Right. You could see the LED getting brighter when I moved it. Stick it down here a bit. All these different positions I'm trying out. Nothing. Yeah, it seems to me that I'm just going to have to install my coils properly. Actually, I just had thought, I've got two coils up here I can connect my off state to, but it's the on state I really want, really. So this is the off coil, and that's got 600 turns. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm just going to take these wires off, connect these wires. There's two coils in the top here which are directly coupled to the rotor, right? And they're not being used for anything right now. I'm going to use those. I'm going to use those as a trigger on, and we can find out once and for all these two coils. So I'll have to use that coil as an off coil. I'm not going to bother soldering iron right now. I'm just going to cut this coil off. I'm just going to cut the wires off. Because I'm getting arm ache now. And I've taken them off. Those coils weren't designed for this. I'm just using what I had lying around. Right, so there's two coils in here. Have I got two clip leads I can use? Just a minute. It saves me messing about with twisting wires on. Yes, I have. I've got a yellow one. Oh, I found the one with the resistor on the end. That was the one I was looking for. Right, so let's just clip these leads on here. I'm probably going to have to swap them around. That's another thing, I might have got polarity wrong way around as well, that's possible. Right, so we're connected to these. It's easy to swap the polarity around the jumper leads. Let's try it now. This is connected to basically the actual on coil, I think, at the moment. Oh, the LEDs look coming on. Blue ones are actually lighting up, but I'm going backwards, so let's flip this polarity round. Oh yeah, that's pushing back against me when I'm flicking it. So it was wired the right way around before. That's pushing against me because it was slowing down really quick. So that was wired right. So I just need to move this coil down to the bottom. We definitely had it firing just then because it was slowing right down when I pushed it. Right, let's try this. It's firing! Look, we just need more speed. It's firing! It's going! But very slow. I need to get it. It's starting to move by itself now. Let's see, 9. Oh, it's slowing down. 847. We need more voltage. It's running. It's running. 827 RPM. It's stationary. Let me just get my RPM meter. It is running, but we haven't got any voltage yet. This is the RPM. Look at that, it's static, it's stable. We just need a bit more juice. Oh, it's going up, look. If I stick this on here, you'll be able to see it. It's actually running, it's firing. This is going to take off at some point. When this gets to a certain speed, it will just take off. Oh, there's the speed. It is running! Yay! We need more voltage though, because this is 2 coils in series. So let me just move this coil and adjust it to see if that's the problem. That was worse. I need to get the battery, hang on. I'm going to use these Duff batteries because they're pretty shite. That's why I wrote shite on them. But basically, if I can swap this battery over quick enough. Oh, come on, what is it? 260 milliamps. Ah, 260 milliamps. What was it that I said that he was using last time? 290? Well, that's because we haven't even got the timing set right yet. Let me get these batteries on here so I can swap them over quick. Well, I swap over both ends quickly. Ooh! Ah! Ah! What's happening? It's shorted. What the hell? What's going on? Why is it shorted? Is it still latched on? It's draining power for something. Is it? My thing must be. Let's just check this. I was on here. I am going to blow on something over. I hope not. Is that MOSFET still on? It's cold. What the hell's going on? That's negative. I'll disconnect from negative. That's negative. So what am I doing wrong? It must be still latched on. That must be what it is. The MOSFET's still turned on. I need to turn it off. Oh, hang on. Right, just a minute. Get my meter. Let me just check this MOSFET. It should be fine. I didn't do anything untoward to it. Let's just see what's going on with this MOSFET. Huh, that's weird. That's the case. MOSFET's fine. What the hell have I got a short for? I shouldn't have a short. That's weird. Let's just go back to current. DC 10 amp range. That's weird. What's going on? I just swapped it over from one battery to another battery and then there's a short. And I thought, what the hell? Why is it short? It can't be short. That's negative. That's right. Unless they think it doesn't like working at higher voltages. That's strange. Let's try it on the batteries I was on before. Well, it's taking 570 milliamps and it's not even running. Right, just let me just spin it again. It is triggering right. What the hell? What the hell's going on? It wouldn't surprise me if this Chinese MOSFET had failed on me, because I tell you, it's just such a lot of junk. Right, let me figure this out. Is this warm? It's stone cold. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. I don't know. Diode check. Right, let's check the well, this MOSFET is turned on. Let's take that off. This MOSFET is on. What the hell? How can it be on? Well, that's ground. That's what I expect, 0.5. But there's 2.2 ohms. How the hell can that be? Because it's not even turned on. Right, I'm just going to have to diagnose what's wrong with this, because it was working. The circuit was working. I'll disconnect this from here. Oh, my wires come off, look. How the heck? Did it melt? Right. I don't know where my screwdriver's gone. There you are. Right. Let's disconnect this coil. Right. this junk Chinese stuff is really terrible. It's got protection diodes in it, so it shouldn't have done any harm to it. Right. It seems to be like this MOSFET is toast. It looks like it. Well, that buggers everything up, doesn't it? I'll just have to build. I've got plenty of MOSFETs, so I'll just have to just build my own board. Bugger! But it didn't check as a short. When I was checking it on here. There's no short. There's no short. Oh, there is between there and there. Ah, so why? Mind you, I've just had a thought. I've just realised something. These coils I'm using, as I said before, they're not designed for this circuit, but it can't have been overdriven because I've got clamps, I've got diode clamps on here, which limits the amount of voltage that can go through to the MOSFET driver, to the MOSFET. So it looks like the MOSFET is basically fried, and I don't know how, because it was barely even getting any voltage, any current, and it was stone cold. Well, it looks like the test and experimentation for today has come to a grinding halt. So what I'm going to have to do is rip this flipping MOSFET off the board and stick it. I haven't got any surface mount ones, or this is a surface mount MOSFET. So I'll probably take it off the board, and I'll just actually let me go and grab a MOSFET and let's just wire it up on the breadboard, because we can fire it directly. This thing didn't get frigging warm, so if I just connect up a MOSFET onto the breadboard, we can still carry on our experiments. So that's really annoying. That's frigging annoying. So I have to reconfigure some stuff here. Right, so that's the drive to the MOSFET. So what I have to do is move all this lot up here with it, so I've got room to stick a power MOSFET on the breadboard. I'm going to move this up to here. That bloody junk. I'm just trying to think, was that a PMP or an NPM? I don't know. It's giving out a positive, yeah, so it must be PMP. Oh, it must be a PMOS, I should say. Oh, that's in the wrong hole now. Yeah, I've got a few PMOS. I'll take that jumper. Oh, it's a massive jumper. Let's stick a small one in. Got some over here. I have to go and find a PMOS, and it means I've got to put power directly into this thing here as well. I'll stick my LEDs up here. That wants to go I'm going to put my ground over here, and I've basically got, oh, this LED's legs got bent now. Right, this resistor to ground, it's just for these LEDs so I can see what's going on. Right, that's there. And I need a biasing resistor. Let's just go on then. Ohms. Or something like, because this thing, it's dead. It's fried. I don't know how, because it didn't even get any. Must have been a back EMF spike or something. Right, so I'm looking for a resistor. I've got a few lying around on here. What's that? That's basically 17.92k. That'll work as a pull down resistor. I haven't even got the PMOS yet, so the PMOS wants a positive. I'm going to have to use a different power rail though for these big batteries, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep it isolated, so I'm going to use this, get these out of the way. Don't need these. Right, I'm going to use it's simple enough. I'm just going to use one of these tabs as positive and put the PMOS down here when I go and find one in a minute. Right, actually let me go and get a PMOS, otherwise I'm going to be farting it out. Well, I'm not going to sacrifice any brand new ones for this experimentation, so I dug out some recycled ones wrapped in foil. It says 4.3 amps, which is good because I'm not going to use that much current. IRF 19630G. It's got DC resistance of 8 milliohm, sorry. And yeah, what's this one? I don't know what the other one is, but I'm just going to go with what I've got in my hand. We'll test it first and make sure it's not bad. I don't think it will be because I want to put it away. I want to have sealed it in foil if it was good. If it was bad, I mean. Right. So it must be good. Oh, it's one of them with a plastic tab. Oh, I wonder if it... Oh, it looks like a new one as well. Oh, they must have... Oh, this is a new one. It's never been soldered. The legs are clear. Oh yeah, I must have ordered this. Well, I've got out the foil now. I might as well use it. I need to put protection on it, so I'm going to stick it straight into the breadboard, and I'm going to make sure that it's definitely PMOS. I need to be on diode test. Check it, see if it's turned on. This could be an NMOS. What the hell? Oh, it's turned on. Right. Hey. Yeah, it's just got high impedance on the gate. Right, it turned on. Let's turn it off. That's the diode on the other side. Oh, that's weird. Let me just... This bloody resistor is in the way. Right. Put this pull down resistor in here, haven't it? There's too much capacitance on this breadboard. That's the trouble. All over the place. Oh right, that was the diode the other way around. Right, there's nothing there. Let's try turning it on. I've got a resistor in there now. Now it's on. Right. So when I put the negative probe onto the gate, it turned on. Put that between the source and the gate. Should. Oh, it'll be on again. Oh no, the resistor's there. So the resistor is keeping the PMOS turned off, which is what I expect. Put positive on the gate. The resistor's still on it, so that must be the diode. I'll take the resistor out. Right. So my positive probe is on drain, my negative probe is on source. Put the negative probe on gate, negative probe on source when it's on. Right. Alright, so this PMOS works. So basically when it gets a negative pulse, it turns on. So I'm just working this out. I'm not sure what was in that other board, you see. I'm just trying to, because it was in an opto-isolator as well. So do I need a PMOS or an NMOS? Because, hang on. When my LEDs are on, the MOSFET needs to be on. So, let's see. So that's positive. No, that's going to turn it off. Positive is going to turn it off, so I need an NMOS. Friggin' heck. I need a friggin' NMOS, not a PMOS. That solves that problem. Right, I'm trying to wrap this up with a sticky label, keep it intact if I can, because yeah, I've got the values on here. I'm just going to staple that together. Right. Right, what's this one in here? Can't even read it. So I need an NMOS. What's that on this label? Oh no, there's no label there. I'm going to find an NMOS anyway. I'm going to go back in the other room. Right, I found some faulty MOSFETs. These are the ones I took out my ups. So some of them will be faulty, but some of them won't be. So I'm going to find an NMOS out of this lot, because I'm not going to sacrifice a brand new one if something did blow the other one, and I don't know what happened to it, because it was working fine on the 7 volts as you saw, and as soon as I switched over to the 11 volt it just blew it. I don't know why, because you see the voltage that's coming into it to drive that board that was driving the circuit board is coming from this board here, and this is a low voltage. So mine boggles. Right, I marked these as failing or dead, but these are IF 740s and I don't know what these are, so I'm going to check these. Come out. Damn it, I've torn it apart now. They were stuck together. Now, one of these is, I'm pretty sure one of these will be fine. That's IRF 62. Anyway, I'm just going to measure it and see what it says. I'll leave that paper on. This stream's going to get pretty long. Sorry about that. Right, well there's nothing through there, so let's see. That's the diode the other way. Right, let's try turning this on. Oh. Well. That must be the diode the other way around. That one's not doing a lot. I did mark failing or dead on them, so let's look at the others. I don't know which is PMOS or NMOS. I'm not going to start fighting about looking for PDFs right now. I know I'll know an NMOS when I find it. got two stuck. Oh, here we go. I marked these as bad, made bad, maybe okay. Oh, those are okay at the top. I marked them previously. So I'm just gonna see what these are. Basically gonna leave them stuck to the sticky tape and see which ones are okay. So let's see. That's all the limit, so there's nothing there. Let's try and turn it on. Might be an NMOS, so is it, if it's an NMOS? This paper might be conductive, so I'm going to have to take one out and off here. I don't want to put this silver foil there that battery because sparks will fly. Right, what is this? Oh yeah, it's can't read it. It's an IRF 740. I seem to think that those are NMOSes, I think. Well, positive turned it on. So that's right, that's what I want, positive to turn it on. Yeah, that's what I want. So positive on the gate, now it's on. Negative on the gate, now it's off. Positive on the gate, now it's on. Okay, that'll work. These were using high voltage ups, and there's a bit of crud on the legs though, so I need to flatten the legs out. Best way to sort legs out on a transistor is to just put them in your smooth part of your pliers and flatten them out. You had a bit of solder on there, but I'm pretty sure I can get them in this breadboard. Yeah, it's gone in. Right, just double check I haven't destroyed it just by pushing it in there, because that can happen. Positive on the gate. It's on. Right. Actually, this is sync. So this is syncing. So negative on the gate. That'll be the diode. Yeah. It's in there. And the diode on the other one should have protected it, but I don't know what happened to it. Right, that's red lead is on drain, black lead is on source, and we've got over the limit. Let's put the red lead on the gate, red lead on the source, and that's 0.150. So yeah, that was definitely okay. So yeah, this will be sync. So when it turns on, it will be syncing. So if I stick this resistor just between the gate and pin 3, I keep getting mixed up with drain and source, just say pin 3. If I put the resistor across there, that should be off now. Yeah, it's off. That's good. So it's turned its off just by putting the resistor across there. So if I take the resistor out, put positive on the gate, it will be on again. Yeah, that's working. That's a good MOSFET. Right, okay, we're going to use this. There's no heatsink on it, but I'll just use this resistor to pull it down, and we can resume our experiments and tests. I'm going to lay this resistor flat because just don't want to short anything when I bridge it over. Right, so I'm just going to get these other MOSFETs out of the way because I did put on there maybe okay, and it does seem to be okay. So because this thing uses less than 290 milliamps, I'm not really worried about using a heatsink on it. But I am going to go and get myself a polyfuse, and I'm going to stick a polyfuse between the input and the drain. Right, I've already got one polyfuse on this board which is protecting this circuit here. Looks like my next circuit board is going to incorporate the output stage as well. So these polyfuses are 50 milliamps, that's too small. Polyfuse 100 milliamps, that's too big and small. I think this one's bigger. I haven't marked what it is. That's not like me. Well, they're bigger, so they must be higher current. Anyway, I'm going to use the higher current polyfuse. This is a bigger one. I need to check what they are. I hope my stream's still working. I haven't even got chat open, so I'm sorry if you're talking to or chatting or anything, but I can't see it. Oh, brand new polyfuse. I need to find out what it is before I put it in. Getting my magnifying glasses on. Can't read these damn things, they're so friggin' small. All I can see is Chinese writing at the moment. Oh, this is 050X. Oh, that's half an amp. That's more than enough. That's more than enough. Right, so I'll stick this polyfuse. I really don't like using these top rails for this other battery set, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear a space up here. I'm going to clear a space up here and put the main power section up in this section here, because none of this is being used right now. So I've got to take this LED out, stick everything over here because I need room. I don't like mixing one battery set with another set because things can go wrong. Actually, I don't know what that resistor is. I need to check it in a minute. Hang on. Move all this stuff I'm not using out of the way. That's a 1 meg. That's a 1 meg. I might be able to use that. You know what? I really need to find something like a 10K or something to trigger this MOSFET. Let's just find one first. What's this one? to, oh, I'm in the wrong setting. 20k range, let's try that. Oh, look at that, first time we found a 10k. That's what we use to trigger this MOSFET, so I'm going to connect that to, what was the other one I had to pull it down? I'm pulling it down with a 18k, so that probably needs to be a bit low, but actually I'll swap them around. We use the 10k to pull it down. I'm going to move it up there anyway, so let's just move this one over here. Just move them up a bit. I'm not going to energize the main power rails on this. I just want to keep it away from the other stuff, so there's no. You see, the MOSFET, when it triggers, it'll send a pulse, and the capacitance across it could cause feedback. That's why I'm moving it. Stick this up here, right on this end, as far away as possible from this circuit, so it's right up here. And not what I'm holding now. That's my memory for it, it's terrible. I'm holding the 10k, so the 10k can be the pull down resistor. Right, and the was it 18k, I think? Yeah, it's more or less 18k. The 18k can be the trigger, so I'm going to stick that over here. I'm going to use a jumper wire to the gate. Stick that up here. Thank God I can build my own frigging MOSFET power coupler thingy, because that Chinese thing just failed on me. I could order a new surface mount for it, I suppose, and I'll need a bigger jumper than that one. I'll use this one to jumper across to there. So that resistor to the gate. Now all we have to do now is, I've got my pull down resistor, I've got an LED over there, but that's fine. So basically this will be a pull down circuit, so I'm going to use a pull down jumper from, I haven't got right colour codes, I use a white wire. So I'm going to use a pull down jumper, that I want to go to ground, so I'm I hate it when they have these rails in between these things and they share the rails and put the top and the bottom section, but I'm just going to have ground. If I find a black wire, actually I'll use this capacitor for the legs as a ground, so I'll stick this capacitor down here. This is just as a ground link to clip my lead onto, and let's find a little black one if I can find one. There we go. I've got a lot of these jumpers all over my table. I'll stick this right. So yeah, this is sync. So that's sync. I'm gonna put that to there. I'll use this capacitor. Oh, my polyfuse wants to be between the input. Actually I could use this top section for the input section. If I move that diode over there, Move some of these other jumpers out of the way. So if I make my positive input this jumper is too short. Find another one. This one might be better. Positive there, that's the input to the. That will be the sync wire. I'm going to put the sync wire up this top section up here because I want to keep it all separate. I'll put my polyfuse in here. Moving some of these tiny jumpers around because every time I put the small ones on the table they always end up on the floor and I can't see them. You can see the longer ones. Right, so that's, stick it at the top end there. Okay, so what that means is that ground is this wire, the black wire, and that needs to be commoned with this though. Oh shucks, I forgot about that. So that has to be commoned. I have to common this with this, otherwise it won't trigger. So right, I've got to common that ground. So I might as well just jump this ground over to this one. Otherwise it won't fire the LED. The LEDs will light up, but the MOSFET won't trigger. So I've got that common down to there. So we've got a common ground now, which might cause some issues. That's okay anyway. So that's common down there. So I don't need that resistor capacitor in there now. So our positive signal, our sync wire will be clipped onto that. I'll use this shorted black lead. Actually I can use that top rail if I take that out. And if I take that out, you can use this top rail as our sync. Right up here, and I'm going to use black as well. The reason I'm doing that is because I've got things that I'm sticking as a clip-on lead for my clip-on leads. Right, so that's going to be the sync. So I want. I use my LED, both leads of the LED as my clip-on lead. Well, I can clip my clip-on to it on it. It's just going to act as a terminal post, basically. Right. Okay, so problems now because this has to be supplied by the battery. And there's a protection diode in the MOSFET, so why the hell did it blew? I just don't know. Well, will this be long enough? Now we want sync to be orange. Actually I'll stick it in the same hole as the LED, then it won't fall out. Oops, my leg bent. Oops, that's what happens. I'm going to ruin my LED in a minute. I must have had this big beefy LED a long time. I'm just going to use something else because this LED is a bit, don't want to waste it. I use this capacitor to clip onto it because this has got steel legs. I think it's steel legs, yeah, they're a lot stronger. So that's more like it. That wire won't come out. I can lift the board up with it, but almost. Right, so that's the ground, and what am I thinking? This wants to go. One of these wants to go to. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's going to the sink of the MOSFET. You know, the source. That's going to source. Yeah, that's right. And this end wants to go to positive of the battery. So what I have to do here is connect this over here, to this capacitor, which is, I'm just using the lead so I can. Oh, I want to be. The positive wants to go through that flipping polyfuse. I'll move the polyfuse over there. Right, that's it. Right, so I'll clip onto that one for positive. Hopefully this will work. It should do. Right, so and I've got these gigantic thingamajigs which I'm not going to use now because they're not going to be practical to clip these great big things on there. Anyway, these smaller clips should prevent any nasty surprises, and our polyfuse will cut out before it damages my clips anyway, so we want just thinking a minute. That's going to be that's positive in. I've got a capacitor across it as well to act as a bit of a filter. So I connect my black lead on this current measure. Let's go back to current on the 10 amp range. I want my black lead connected to this polyfuse. And the red lead, actually I still need the big clip on the other end. Right. I'm still going to use the big clip on the other end, so I haven't got ground connected yet, so we're alright. Right, that's connected to positive on there. And where's the white wire gone? Okay. Negative. Negative to our ground down here. And what I'm going to use, I'm going to use another component to clip it onto. Actually, I use the LED. Alright. Let's make sure there's no surges. Nope, no surprises. Is it going to work? This clip is crap. Flipping plastic is shrunk and it's stopping it from closing properly, so I'm just going to take the sleeve off. better. The plastic shrinks on these Chinese leads and then they won't close properly. There's one good thing about the Chinese leads though. The wire's so frigging thin that you can't carry a large current through them. They just get warm. Okay, so that's on. Is it gonna fire up? Let's find out. Ouch! I can't gash my finger. No current, so it's not drawing any current. Why is it not drawing any current? Negative to ground. Positive. That's sync. That's ground. Are we in the right hole? Nice round. Maybe my resistor's too high. That's got to be what it is. I've got to go back to my meter again. I'll unplug my meter because I need to check the DC resistor. I want to get another resistor because that resistor's too high. 10k is probably too high. Find a 1k or somewhere. I'm on too low, say. What's that? That's 1.2k. Alright, let's try the 1.2k. The biasing. Right. Back on current. Ground. Positive. Check my current while I'm doing this. Good, nothing happened. Nothing bad. Right, let's try again. It's working! It's working! High, current's a bit high though. Let's check the MOSFET. MOSFET is cold. 350 milliamps. We're actually on a higher voltage right now. When this gets to a certain speed it takes off, but mind you I haven't got my timing right yet. It's working anyway. See for the RPM. I'm just letting this pick up because I'm waiting for it to take off, you see. It usually takes off, but I've probably got my timing all messed up right at the moment. When this accelerates, it should. Oh, it's not accelerating much. Oh, the MOSFET's getting lukewarm. $340 milliamps, it's lukewarm. Actually, this is doing work at the moment. It's actually. I need to put my oscilloscope on to see what's going on. It's actually loaded down, you see, the output section is still loaded down by whatever it's connected to, so it's not going to go too fast anyway. I don't think. Oh, what the hell's wrong with that? One minute. Yeah, we need to get speed up a bit more. Has it climbed at all? Timing's way off. It's not batching yet. That's slower, look. This is what I wanted to be able to do, is to mess around with timing. $270 milliamps, look, dropping current. 260, 300. Probably needs more volts. I think it needs 14 volts actually. 260 milliamps, I need to get it. I keep catching this rotor, it's so quiet though, isn't it? I don't know if this is latching properly at the moment, but it must be if this off coil, oh I don't know if that's the on coil actually. It were 280 milliamps. Oh, this MOSFET, check it. It's pretty toasty, I need some heatsink on there. My fingers are cooling it down. I know what, hang on. I've got an idea what will cool it down. A clip. Paper clip will cool it down. That's not the perfect paper clip though, let me find a better one. Where's my paper clip? I found it. I use this one as a heatsink, it's got a nice surface area. I'll stop it from getting toasty. Right, just have to watch it doesn't touch anything else. Right, so my timing's off, but it's 218 milliamps. This battery's pretty naff, it's not very good. I probably need, it's 11 volts, we really need 16 volts. Let me get 16 volts. Because as I said before, this thing didn't take off until it got to a certain speed, and if it's not getting the right voltage, it's not going to take off. Right, this is 16 volt battery bank. The last time I disconnected this, it fried the other Chinese thing, so I'm just going to disconnect them positively. Connect this to there. Right, here we go. Starting to speed up. What current are we? 360 milliamps. Once it gets to the right speed, it will be going really fast, but we haven't got there yet. It's actually starting to do, it's actually generating power, it's actually got a load on it right now, that's probably why. It's actually got a load on it. Let me just take the load off a minute. Ah, that was it, there was a load on it. Now let's see what happens. Check temperature. Oh, it buzzes your triplet. Ah! Time is still not right. See, that trigger coil I'm using up here should be over here, and this trigger coil should be over here. They should be opposite each other. But at the moment, it's not in the right place. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Because the coils that pushing it is at the bottom, so these coils should be on side to side. I wonder if I can switch over to a coil on this side actually. I could do. That coil I could snipped off if it wasn't picking up the signal very well. And that's another thing, I could actually use the generator coils as trigger coils. I never thought of that. I was just concerned about ground shorts because there might be a ground loop somewhere. See, this is isolated, so there shouldn't be a ground loop. So if I can clip this circuit onto my, let's have a look. What current are we at? 300 milliamps. That's pretty low, and we're already at 2,700 RPM. Look how quiet it is. I lost my torch. So ideally I want to clip onto these coils down at the bottom. Oh, they're actually in parallel now, so I can't, because I need them in series. Well, I could still try it. Actually, they're in parallel with those, but well, let's try and find out what current we're taking out of this actually when I put the load back on. The load's back on. Yeah, we're actually pulling out 100 milliamps right now. 70 milliamps. That's when I put the load on it. We're not up to speed yet. Oops. Yeah, the torque is not there at the moment. There's hardly any torque on this at all at the moment. See, I'm wondering what will happen if I move these leads across and connect them to my coil, but they're in parallel. Actually, they're in parallel with these two, so I'd have to be pretty quick though to move them around because it would come to a stop pretty quick. Well, I'm going to try it. It's actually firing on the other coils. Now time is way off because it's actually firing on the other coils, on the off coil, which it shouldn't really be doing. But it is going the right way around. I wonder if I can reverse the wiring on this, and that's an idea. Let's try reversing the wiring. Right, it could be backwards, you see. So if I take that one out, put that one in there. Where is it? Friggin' wire won't go in. I'll put that one in there. It's stopped now, so no rush right now. Has the current stopped? Yeah, it has. It's turned off. That's good. Right, I reversed the. What? Oh, you twat! You come out again. Some of these breadboards, I just hate them. I've had this breadboard for a long time, but even it's kind of crap. Right, try to get it going. Oh, it's working the other way around. Maybe it'll work better. We'll find out. Just the timing. Over here. There we have it. That's better than the other way, and don't forget I'm using those coils which are not ideally situated. Let's reverse the polarity on what the heck. Oh, coils are vibrating. Let's reverse the polarity on the trigger coil. That slows it down. Right. So when I reverse the polarity on the trigger coil, it actually slowed down a lot. Oh, current's gone way up. I don't know if you can actually see the meter properly. It's going all over the place. I'm going to move this trigger coil around. Yeah, 290. I'll leave it there for a bit because I'm just trying to figure this out. That coil there is in the wrong place, and for a fact it wants to be down there really. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the coils because they're not connected to out. So I'm going to put this caddy back in, this thingamajig back in here. Ah, you bugger, that was falling down now. Let's just turn it off with this button. Right, it'll stop now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these coils out and put them at the bottom. I've got the other coils there, but these are just the same. It's just that they've got wire sticking out. So I'll take them off there. We should see some action then. I'll move these wires over there. Right, so if I take these coils out and we'll move them. That one, come out you bugger. I want the coil, not the core. Right. Now, okay, these were the ones that I told you about that weren't being used. So I'm going to stick these in that bottom slot now, where the climbing should be a bit better. If I can get the damn thing in the hole. The bobbin holders themselves have to be shuffled about. There, I've got you in. Right, that one's in. I'll just get access to my wires now. Where's the other wire gone? Right, there you are. Okay. Right. Can't remember which way I had it wired now. Well, trial and error. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking the camera now. Right, I'll clip these onto the wire. I can't see a damn thing. I need my torch. It's a bit dark on the back. Oh! Sorry. Stood on a wire. It helps if I move the USB lead. Right. Click it on there. If it doesn't start very well, I'm just going to have to reverse the wires again. Probably doesn't matter actually which way around I've connected, because it's in a different location, so from up here it'll be getting a different pole anyway, so it's probably the opposite way around. Right, so I've got one coil up here which wants to be down there now. This wants to be somewhere about here. Right, let's try again. Turn power on. I think I've got it wired wrong way around. What do I keep standing on? That's pushing against it, so I've got it wrong way around. I need to reverse these wires down here, which is easier to do. Turn it off a minute. Don't need the torch. Yeah, I want to get that torque back, the one that we saw on the jig. This one down here. Don't want them in the same hole. That would be pointless. Both coils went to the same hole, they'd cancel each other out. Right, let's see. That's in a row. Right, oh. Ah, what the hell? Is that right? Yeah. Let's try again. Ah! Knock the coil off now. This motor can come out of here actually. Just a minute. This thing to come out of the way. Don't need it right now. Ah. It's blocking everything up. Okay, so what happened? My coil fell off. I've got those coils down there. Oh, one of my coils fell out. No wonder it's not pulling very well. Where's my other piece of steel gone? Where have you gone? There you are. Right. Let's stick a bit of ferrite in here. I have a bit of ferrite I've got yet. Right. So if we get you stuck about here, turn you around a bit. Let's try again. Is that turned on? Back to that again, are we? It's pushing the wrong way, so let me go around here. I can't start it with my finger now, were you in the way? I've got the coils one way around, that's what I've got. So they were the right way around before. I'm pulling my hair out. Well, almost. So, oops, it fell off again. At least this MOSFET's turning itself off properly. That one on that Chinese board just is self-destructed. No idea why. I never did nothing wrong. So I've got power on. Oh, my clip came off. Was there wood under? Ah, no, it didn't. I'm not using that one, am I? Sleep me. I thought the clip had come off. Right, let's see. We've got negative, positive there. Yeah, everything looks right. Just timing. Timing's out. Let's stick you over here and see what happens first. This doesn't make sense, it should be running. Some coils are over there. These coils are over here. So why aren't you running properly? Let's put you down here. No current. It's not firing. What was that just then? Hardly anything. It's not firing properly. So, are these coils in the right? I must have got the wired one. Let's wire them the other way. They must be wired up back to front. Let's reverse the polarization. Oh, my back. Oh. Right, we'll try again. What are those wires ought to loose? I don't know what they're on. Oh, I know what they're off the motor. The one I just took away. Yeah, the current's very low. Oh, I must be going backwards. Why do it have to go this way? Because of the way my secondary system, the output system, is connected. It's got to go anti-clockwise. I want to swap them around again, because last time I was trying to find about, and it was wired wrong anyway, so just getting these coils in the right place, it's a pain. Tell you what, I'm just glad I didn't just fit coils in the slots and hope for the best, because it's not that simple. You've got to get the timing right. The on-off state's got to be just right. Blue LED's not coming on now. It was turned on. So it was right. The light was right the last time. One of them. Have we got everything connected on here? Well, I've knocked anything out. Hang on a minute, I've just had a thought. Oh, that's right. That's common ground. Common positive. I'm going to move this coil again. I'll stick that one up here. Going now. High current though. Let's move it around now it's going. Slows down. Strange. Stacking up. Oh, what's out to my RPM? I'm knocked here. RPM sensor was knocked. Right. I'm going to have a break. I'm just going to let it run for a while. I don't know if you can see the meter alright, I'm sorry if you can't, but... I need to put the coils and fit them inside, so basically it seems to be the coils over here and in that quarter, so I can fit coils. They need to be in the quadrants of... moving pretty fast at the moment. This coil's still not in a perfect position though. Wants to be up here. What work we got? Both coils. It's trigger on, trigger off, remember? It normally takes off like a rocket once you get it right, but it's... Have I got my load back on again? No, that's with the load on. I'll take it off. So current's got up again because I've got the timing all messed up. You see me, I don't know. Anyway. It would be right where I put my finger. That's only because of the other coil being down there, and it really wants to be kind of opposite, really. 600 milliamps, that's terrible. Oh my god, this is getting too hot. I'm in the wrong place. That polyfuse will trip up above too high anyway. Is that polyfuse hot? Ah, yes it is. Took me a while to feel that. So at least my polyfuse is doing its job. I wanted to check the temperature of the polyfuse right there, because it's set to trip about just over 500 milliamps. Right, so there's something wrong with my timing. Yeah. Yeah, this is getting warm. This won't get warm because it's just small milliamps. Yeah, so that coil really wants to be probably up here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wants to be in the top slot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them coils that are in the bottom slot into this top slot, and I'm going to put two coils in these top slots here, right? That should be perfectly balanced, and that's where I was going to put them originally anyway. So I have to basically get the coil I made, which are these. I've got to solder some wires on and install them properly like I was going to do in the first place. Because it'll probably work then. It's because I'm offsetting the coils because they've got to be, I'm not firing it at the right moment, you see. They're just not being fired. These are dry now anyway, I think. I was waiting for it to dry, you see. Feel dry to me. Yeah, I need to get these installed in the correct slots, and then we should be okay, because having this coil on the outside is really not good. It's not working properly. So that's still too high. Firing at the wrong time. Right, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll come back later when I get this sorted out. Can't find the mouse now. I'll put my mouse down. Where's that gone? Oh, it's down here. I can't stop the stream without my mouse. Oh no, that camera's all messed up again. Sorry, I didn't realise. Right, so... Ow! That is pretty warm. This has got a clip on it. It's cool. So I'm gonna turn it off and I'm going to reconfigure those bobber coils that I did. And then we can do a proper test, really. I don't know how long I'll be live, I have no idea. I'm going to have to check my YouTube before it goes off. See if there's anyone chatting, because I don't want to be ignorant, and I just wanted to see if there's anyone chatting, and if there is I'll try and reply. 2 hours? 2.5 hours? Oh my god, I've been going all that time. Yeah, it looks like the meter wasn't showing up properly anyway. I should have laid it down. It would have been better. Probably would have been better like that. I don't know. No, not like that. It would have been best if I just did it on something, I suppose. When I come back later, I'll try and do another stream. Well, I will do another stream. And this thing was useless. I'm going to have to put some protection on this board or something and get another MOSFET. These things seem to fail quite. All this stuff you get from China, it just doesn't last 5 seconds. It's probably why they're selling them cheap, because they were at a. That would have been better if I'd left it resting on there like that. Anyway, I'll know next time. Okay. I'll be back later maybe.